Hi there, good morning. It's Lori from Lollipop Paper and Ink. Thank you for joining me today for our Wednesday, what was Facebook lunchtime live. But today we're doing it a little early for two reasons. I have to be somewhere this afternoon, and also I wanted to see if maybe this was a better time frame, maybe that more people would be able to join us. So I'm just checking to see if I'm showing up where I'm supposed to show up. Okay, that looks good. Let me see if I can share it over to my page, my group. Sometimes they tell me they can't find it, so let me just see if I can do that. And of course I can't do two things at once, so just bear with me. Okay, let's see. All right, maybe that worked. Okay, so for those of you that are new to my videos or my Facebook Lives, I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and you can visit my blog here, lollipoppaperandink.com, to see all of the projects that I do. Usually I have a post 3 or 4 times a week on that. That's where I list all my classes, all my clubs, and all the information, some Stampin' Up! Promotions, my promotions. You can find it all there. So anyway, that's what that is. Today is a mini class, not just a video tutorial, but it's a mini class on this fabulous stamp set, and it is called Arrange a Wreath Bundle. And I want to show you what page it's on, and I forgot what page it was on. But I think that because our 127, because our suites are so breathtaking and they just get everybody's attention, I think sometimes these little bundles kind of miss it, and people kind of just like go right over it. So I try to pick out the ones that I really think can serve a purpose, go for a have a long ride, and this one definitely fills the bill. It is look at how many beautiful images there are that literally take you through the year. Happy Heart Day, anniversary, Valentine's Day, some hearts, some pears. I'm not sure what this is, a quail maybe, but we have the give thanks, Christmas, Easter, little Easter eggs here, and just regular best wishes. So it's a beautiful set. The bundle, so again, it's on page 127. The stamp set is great. Get rid of this. And the bundle, the dies. Look at these dies here. 21 pieces. Oh, I think one just fell off, but I'll find it. But yeah, so 21 pieces and gorgeous. We're going to be working a lot with these two big ones today. I wanted to show you how I did that with some of my projects. So let's see. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside. I just want to show you how many and how beautiful these dies were that we're going to be using today. And I'll keep that close. So before I start, now this is a mini class, so that means that these 3 projects that I'm going to show you that we're going to work on together, which are these 3 cards here, that's what we're going to be doing today. So all you have to do is place an order. If you want the actual card kits for these projects for free, I will mail them to you. You just have to place an order for $35 by Friday, and that's only because usually I make it till Saturday, but I do need to close out that host code on Friday night. So I need the order by Friday for $35 minimum, and I will send you all these. Now the project sheet, which has all the measurements and the supplies, is on my blog already. So that was posted like this morning. I don't remember when, early this morning. So you're welcome to look that over and go for it if you have this set, or if you help yourself to those that PDF. and that will tell you everything that I used for here. And then you could always come back and view the video if you need a little step-by-step help. But otherwise, if you want the actual kits, then just need to place an order. That's all. Okay, so before I go on, I wanted to say that our last Facebook Live, which I believe it may have been 2 weeks ago, the prize patrol goes to Joyce Lovato. Now, Joyce, I don't have your address, so if you could please send that to me, just PM me it, and I'll get this Four Seasons floral stamp set out to you. This was in the new, the beginner brochure for the brand new annual catalog. So Joyce, let me know about that. And so for today, if anyone can share my video, either here online or on the YouTube later on this afternoon, I have this little embellishment pack for you today. We have some of the poppy elements, we have wood elements, we have the flowers for every season gems, and these are all unopened, and the terracotta tile linen ribbon. So that's going to go out today. It's going to go out next week when I choose a winner for whoever would be so kind enough as to share my video, which helps me. Okay, so this is what we're going to start with. This one was really easy. Now I wanted to be sure that we're going to have to use the Big Shot today, which I don't usually like to do because it's kind of clunky, and but I do want you to see how I put these together. So let's see, I put that over here. Now this is just, this folder, embossing folder, was the brick and mortar folder that I just ran this through. This is a regular layer. You'll find all the measurements down over on the blog. So, and I'll have the link down below to the blog post, and you can pick all that up there. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. Now, if I was going to stamp an image, I would always stamp on this layer that I'm going to emboss. I would always stamp it first and then run it through the embossing folder. Okay, so we're going to, let me pull out the Big Shot die cutting machine, and we're going to be using both the petal pink and the terracotta tile for these. So I can run these through. I'll try to speed this up when I do the video. Okay, one on one. Let's see, I have my terracotta tile as the background, and that baby is going there. Okay. And I just go back and forth. One time should do it, and they pop out perfectly. See how pretty that is? Okay. And save that for next time. And this also pops out beautifully. Now, normally, when I have a very intricate die, I would use one of the Adhesive Sheets. And we have a whole bunch of new adhesives in the new catalog, in addition to what we had before, the strips and all that. So, okay, so I may have to just punch out just a few of these. But so normally, if it was something intricate, I would use the sheets, and that just makes the gluing so much easier. But for this, in this case, I wanted to have some movement to it, so I did not, I didn't want to use it for that, but we are going to use it for something else, so I want to show you how they work. They're really fantastic. Once you start with them, you're not going to want to leave it. Okay, let's see. So for this one, I'm just going to put, I want the, like I said, I want some movement on the outside, so I'm just going to put some dots of glue right along the center ring. And And that's that. Okay. So that's going to go on right there. I see a little duty that I forgot to get out there. Come on. Okay. All right. And that's all that takes. Now normally, sometimes, especially if I'm using the liquid glue, the big liquid glue, I would just give it a second and put a clear block on top of it, just to give it a little bit of weight. And I'm going to do the same thing to this guy, right in the middle. And lay that right on top. There we go. Give it a little press. Okay, so let me show you how I used the adhesive sheets. This is how they come, and put that back. And it's a little different from how we used to carry them, and then we stopped last year, and now they brought them back. So it is a tiny bit. It looks a tiny bit different, but the only thing that's different is the size. But it also has these slits in it, so that it just makes it a little bit easier to lift up. And that's what I did there. So what I'm doing here now, I'm just going to do the bow. So let me find that. And this is how we work it. So you're going to put your cardstock down on the sticky side. That's the same thing as it always was. Stick it right on there and press it down. And you want to leave that cover on because you don't want the sticky stuff coming up when you're sending it through the die cut machine. Okay. Now, where's my other plate? Here it is. Okay. And then you just lift it up, and there you go. You have it right in there, and it pops out. But not only that, does it pop out so easily that you can see the back, it has the white backing, and that is going to be the adhesive part. So let's do a little stamping, and then we'll put that onto the tag. So let's see, I had a piece of scrap right here, and we're going to use that with the terracotta tile. And for the other ones, we are going to use the Stamparatus, because for these big images, I do like to, where's my best wishes? I do like to make sure it's a good, solid imprint. Okay, so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to send this through the Big Shot also, and that's all the stamping we have for that. For this, whoopsie, for this tag, I used the Tasteful Label dies. Great set of dies. And now I'm going to send this through sort of to the side here. I want it to be, because I want to leave room for the bow right over there. Okay. All right, that's done. Okay, now we just take our, bring this back in. It's had enough time to do its adhesive thing. And I want, like I said, I want to just pick up and curl some of these end pieces, just to give it a little bit of movement. And you could always do it right before you put it in the envelope to give it away, just in case it gets a little squished. Okay. All right, so then we're just going to pull back the side here, this adhesive. And see how easy that is? No fuss on the adhesive, no dealing with all that glue popping up all over the place, especially on little pieces like that. All right, so I'm just going to pop this up with my dimensionals and put that right there. Okay, done. Isn't that pretty? Oh, and so simple. And look, it just took two runs through the machine. Okay, so we're done with that one. Our next one is the this one here. Let me get rid of that. And that is, I wanted to put a little bit of, just a little bit of woodsiness texture to it. So I did that. Now this one here, we're going to use the Stamparatus because I want this image to be really bold, and I stamped it once I put my layers together. So let's get those together. Okay. Whoopsie. All right. And this is just a piece of the In Good Taste. This is my old olive card base, and the In Good Taste strip, I believe it's 1.5 inches by 4. So, because I wanted it to fit nice and snug right on this one here. Whoa, I dropped it. All right, here we go. So I'm going to bring this in, give it a little adhesive. This is our new Stamp and Seal adhesive, and it's very strong. It works great. And I'm just going to put this sort of center, and measurements are all on the project sheet. And then I'm going to put this right onto the block, right onto the card base. Okay. Here we go. Nice and even. Okay. So here we're going to stamp the large image. Oops. I'm not going to use the Stamparatus because I should have done that before I put it onto the base, but no problem. We can move along, and we're going to cut that out. So let me get that large image, and we'll just take our chances. But with the Stamparatus, you don't really have to worry about it. It just takes all the guesswork out for you. So this is Mossy Meadow is the background stamp, and this was a little tricky to get it over this edge here. So maybe it will work out better with the clear block. When I used the Stamparatus, it kind of broke a little on that line, but it was okay because then I just filled this one in on top of it to cover up any mistake. All right, you know what? I should use my pad just to help things. Okay, one more. Come on. All right, let's try it. I'm going to do it over to the side just a little bit. Center it, and I'm really pressing hard here, especially around where it's going to the edge of that wooden piece, that wood paper look is. Okay, good enough, because the die cut is going to cover that up very nicely. So, okay, so we are going to run that frilly one through again, and come on. Again, that was with the old olive. this out. Just needs a little shake, that's all it needs. And get that middle piece out. And if I had my die brush and my little pad for to do this, this would come out a lot easier, but it's really just 3 or 4 that we have to worry about. It would have come out if I left it in the die and then just ran the brush around it. All right, so now for this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the fine tip glue pen, and you can see here, see I'm covering up any space that's not really working. But if I was at the Stamparatus, I could have gotten that fixed very easily. Okay. All right, this is, whoopsie, again, it's going right on top. Trying to cover as much of that as I wanted to. All right, leave that on there. We're going to get our little sentiment put on there, and that is with, I did that with Bumblebee, one of our new in colors, and I used the Give Thanks. And this is so easy to see, so you're good with your placement. Okay, and again, I always bring in this mat because with the photopolymer, you just don't want to take a chance. If I still had this on my Stamparatus plate, then I just would have used it for that. Okay, so what I did also is I stamped the 2 pairs here also in Bumblebee, and I did crop them out already, so we can add those here. Okay. See, and that looks fine. That looks nice. All right, and then I used the this new Bumblebee gingham ribbon, and I'm just going to make a little bow here. And whoops, pushed it too hard. Come on. And now I made a knot. All right, that's okay. I'll use that piece again. I'm not going to throw it out. Oh my goodness. Fingers aren't working today. All right. That's all. You just need to get it to grip, and then you can work with it. Okay. And this is where I do my little zhuzhing to make sure. And if that's a little too long, that's when we do the snipping. Okay, so whoops. For this I'm going to just use a glue dot for one of them, and then I want the other one to stand up a little bit, so I'm going to use a dimensional for that. So we'll just put him here, and I'll use a mini baby dimensional here for this guy. Okay, he's good. Another glue dot for this one. There we go. And almost done. Last but not least is my favorite little dots, enamel dots from the new in colors. And I just put one right up on top there. And there we go. Number 2, done. There, see how easy these are. And the dies just like glide right through there. It's not an issue. Some of them, you know, you look at it and you think, oh my gosh, that's never going to go through, but that goes through nice and easy. Okay, so for our last one, we have this one. I'm pretty sure I can use the Stamparatus for this one. Get that over there. And this is our blue, our Misty Moonlight, another brand new in color. So I love to use those. And I use the paper, the DSP, the new in color DSP on this also. Okay, so let's see. All right, here's my ingredients that I have all set up for us. And I did go ahead and I cropped those, so you didn't have to watch me do that. But let's just start with our white piece so we can do this on the Stamparatus. And I did use, so I'm taking my stamp and I'm just giving it a good wipe onto the chamois before I put it on here. Make sure it's not going to add a little extra green to it. And that should be good. Okay, so let's place our paper here. And I used to put it up into the, like butt it up into the corner, but I decided that that didn't give me the best impression. So now I just make sure I always have it along this line here. And then if it lifts, which many times it does, I'll be able to fix it and put it right back where it belongs. Okay, so this is tight. I cropped this, so I trimmed it so it's pretty tight right to the edge there. And that's how I wanted it, because I wanted that Misty Moonlight color to show out also. All right, so this we stamped in Misty Moonlight. Let's pick it up. And I realized, oh, that's not good. I realized that you can help it along. I mean, this is a fairly new stamp, but you can help it along from sticking if you just give it a couple of wipes with your hand just to try to dull it a little bit. Let's use the other side of that. That really picked it up. All right, so now we're on to the Misty Moonlight. I always keep a stamp pad under, a stamp set under my plate to give it more stability, and I definitely feel like I get a better image that way. Okay, this is going to look a lot darker than it really comes out, but let's just see if we can do it on one try. Yep, I think that's pretty good. There's one spot here, but I can always cover that with a little flower. So we're good to go for that. Okay, let's get rid of that. And all I did here was just layering. That's all. I just made this here a little bit askew, put this in the middle, and we can do that now. And then I cropped out these, I stamped and cropped out these images in Balmy Blue because that looks beautiful on that. With the, coordinates really nicely with the Misty Moonlight. So let me just do the stamp. Now I wanted something here that was thin and straight, and the other stamp set, the images here, the sentiments, were a little too squarish or circle-ish. So I just wanted to get something that I could use with just a nice clean sentiment. Okay, and so I'm using Hello, and I don't know, I think this is a 1/2 inch, which works perfect for this. So I got that out of the Forever Fern stamp set. And all right, so for that one, to get that little tag here, I used this little tag. I used the Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch, which you probably have seen me. I use them all the time. and I just ran that through. It fits right into this little slit where that smallest one is the 1/2 inch. And that's done. Okay, so let's do some layering. We have this is just going to go onto my base. This is the DSP, the in-color DSP, which I'm not sure if it's back in stock. I know it was out of stock for a little bit, because I mean everyone is in love with these colors this year. I mean, even me. I don't usually like all of them. So when I'm laying it down here, I'm just going point to point and making sure that, because I want the blue to show up as much as possible. And then this is just going to go right on top. And this is going to go on square. And try to make sure you're even here with about the same amount of blue coverage over that DSP. And now we're just going to put our little embellishments on. So what I did here to make this a little bit of a nest that cutie is laying on is I just cut 2 strands of the braided, maybe not even that wide, the 2 strands of the braided linen trim, and separated it on both sides. That's all there is to that. And you can separate the whole thing down if you wanted to make it all just strings. Okay, and that's really all I did there. So I'll put a blue dot on one. You gotta make sure you pick up the glue dot, Lori. And that'll just go here. And this guy will go right on top of it. And once he's on, I can always adjust and make it, spread it out a little bit if I want. All right, so let's get this guy on with some dimensionals. And I'm just gonna put, actually, I think I'm going to use a small one because I don't want it to show, and I want to have one up top and one on the bottom. And these mini dimensionals, that comes off perfectly, those top pieces. All right, so let's get him on. So I need him to spread out a little. There we go. I want you to be able to see both. Excellent. And then for this, what I always do with these is I want to give these a little bit of a dimension. So I go back to my pad, and usually I would go like, I would just press it in the center if I wanted the flower to come up. But in this case, I want the flower to look like it's sitting on there. So these were stamped also in Balmy Blue, right from the stamp set. And the die is right from that die set also. So then these babies will just get a little dimensional, whoops, right to the center. And just try to keep it folded down like that. And well, I'm not going to be able to cover that guy, but it just gives it a little extra dimension. Okay, put that over here, and then we can get our sentiment on. Now this one, I just wanted to make it, just going to give it a little snip wherever it ends up. I wanted it nice and simple, and I'm going to raise this with some minis too. And then we're almost done. See how fast that was? This is a great set. And I mean, I haven't even done the, you know, a Christmas version or an Easter version. I'm so excited to be able to use those little Easter eggs. And this, I'll probably line this one up right there. Perfect. There you go. Okay, those are our 3 projects from our mini class. Oh, let me show you some that I did do. These are the ones we just did today. And I got, you know me, I got a little carried away and I did a bunch. Well, actually these I did for a club, a private club that I do. So this will be their August cards for that. But look at this, how pretty this is with the embossed background, and this is a perfect one for the fall. And like I was saying, you know, Christmas, that's my next on my list. I definitely have to get a Christmas one into my display rack here for that. This one I did same thing, but with this I die cut the full piece, the full layer of the DSP. This is from the In Good Taste DSP also. And then I cut out, this is on Very Vanilla. So I cut out an extra one of the leaf dies with the Very Vanilla. And this was, the In Good Taste paper was what came out of the original one that I die cut. So it makes for really pretty but simple layers for that. And I did use, I think this is from Blossoms in Bloom stamp set, because again, I wanted something that was going to highlight the center of it. This is another one I did that I love. I mean, Happy Heart Day, Valentine's Day, but I'm planning on sending this to as an anniversary card to my best friends. So that, I loved how that came out. I used the greenery embossing folder. This is the Flowers for Every Season DSP, again the bumblebee gingham ribbon, and just the very little stamping. I heat embossed this sentiment, but everything else was just done with die cutting. Loved it. And then this was my last one. This one I know exactly what I'm sending this for, an engagement, and just pretty one stamp here with the image, and then I just cut out again the floral image with from vellum, added our polka dot ribbon. So those are my extras. Those are from my card club that I know that they're going to enjoy in August. So these are the ones we did today. If you would like me to send you the kits for these, I would be happy to. Just place an order by Friday night, Friday at 5 p.m. actually, because I do have to close out that order, that workshop order. I'll be happy to send that to you. If you just want to get the PDF, the project sheet to see how I did it, to see all the measurements, you're welcome to that. That's on the blog. I will post that link below so that you can get all that information if you want it. Okay, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you can check out the link below. And if you like the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The more likes I get, the better, and the more subscriptions, the better for me. And if you hit the little notification bell, you'll be sure to get a notice when I'm coming back on, or when I have a new video to show you. All right, well, I really appreciate you spending some time with me today. Hope you have a great day. Stay safe. Bye for now.